Hello, everybody. It's that time of year again. Wow, it's that time of wow, it's been a year. That's crazy. Wow, okay. Thank you guys so much for everything over this past year. This has been amazing. So, I'm excited. I'm excited for this year's Freaky Fridays. I have a lot more stories to tell, and I have a lot more fun things to just do. Alright. Here we go. This story is about when I was in high school. I think I was a sophomore, if I remember right. I used to have some friends who were very, very lovey-dovey, and they liked to show it very publicly. It was really weird. But one time they asked me if I wanted to go with them up the canyon. Now, where I live, there's just literally a canyon down the road. Like if you take the main road and go west, sorry. If you go west, you'll hit a canyon. You'll be up in the mountains and stuff. And so I agreed. I said, why not? It's been a minute since I've went for a hike, and I do enjoy hiking. Like, I'm not, in the best shape, but I do enjoy hiking. So I agreed, and they take me up, and we park. And the trail they wanted to go on, normally up here in the mountains by me, you can usually just drive up anywhere. But this specific trail, you have to park and then walk it. So we park, and we'll just call him C, I guess, is the man, and M is the lady. So C and M get out of the truck, and I hop out too. And C's just like, "Hey, yo, we gotta go, man. We gotta have a great time." And I was like, "Well, we'll get there. Let's get some water first, so we don't get dehydrated on the hike." And he's like, "Come on, man, we gotta go." And it always struck me weird why he was so adamant about going. And M was so quiet, like she didn't even talk. And normally she was a talker. She would talk your ear off about anything. It was really funny because there were times that I didn't know how to keep a conversation going. She had it covered. It was great. So we start up the trail. We get water bottles. We get everything ready. And as we're walking, one thing I noticed is it was insanely quiet. Like, any of you who have gone hiking know, or just in the mountains in general, there's birds, there's insects, there's noise. There's always some kind of noise. But not right now. It was weird. And so we keep walking, and I'm asking C, I was like, "So what brought this on? Why did you suddenly want to just start hiking?" And he goes, "I don't know, man. I just thought it'd be a fun time." And I was like, "Okay, but why?" And he goes, "Well, in all honesty, me and Em, we've been hearing some stories about up on this trail." And I was like, there it is. Because C and M loved ghost stuff. Loved it. And I love horror and ghosts and all that. And the only time that I would actively go out looking for one is a haunted hotel or a haunted building, because that's contained, if that makes sense. I know it's here, it stays here, and if I need to leave, I can leave, right? I don't know, something about the mountains makes it feel way more open, and it freaks me out more. And so I was extremely hesitant. But they pushed me and they're like, no, dude, it's going to be great. It's going to be fun. We're going to hear some spooky stuff. It's going to be great. So I agreed. I said, all right. Lead the way. And so C took off. He started running, and he's like, this is going to be fantastic. M stayed back, and she asked me if I was really okay with this. And I said, it made me a little uncomfortable. Made me a little nervous, but, you know, what are you going to do? And then, while me and her were walking, about 10, 20 feet to my left, I hear a very audible and loud branch snap. And I immediately look at M, and she looks at me and she goes, what's wrong? And I didn't want to freak her out, but I was just like, hey, did you hear C doing something? She goes, no, I thought I heard him up ahead, but that's all. And I was like, okay. And I couldn't see him anymore. So at first I thought ghosts. And then my mind started being like, okay, I can't see him. She's keeping me back here. This is probably some kind of, like play to make me scared and then leave. That's the snap was probably C. And so I kind of call out and say, very funny, dude. You can come out of there now. And he comes around from the front, like where he ran off from. And he goes, what are you talking about? And I was like, just keep up the act, buddy. You got me. Very good. But now that I know it's you, it's not going to be that easy to scare me. And he looked genuinely confused, which kind of freaked me out, So I asked him outright. I go, all right, fine. About 10, 20 feet to my left. Were you over there? And he goes, no, I was up front. And I was like, don't you be lying to me to try and scare me. I heard a branch snap to my left. Was that you? And he goes, no, dude. And my heart just sank. Because if it wasn't him, it was either an animal or another person who's out here, and that is freaky in and of itself. And every part of me was just screaming, leave. Get out. Don't even fuck with this. It's not even worth it. Just leave. But they were so adamant about wanting to keep going that I kind of buried my own fears, and I was like, it's probably nothing, We keep walking, and it gets worse. Like the more that we're walking, the more that uneasy feeling is building in my stomach. And then I hear it again, to my right this time, but it's closer, about maybe 5-10 feet away. I hear a snap. Now this just might be my paranoia about everything, but I swear I saw something duck down. And that sent me. I was in fight or flight. I was defensive. I was ready. And I go, we gotta go. We have to leave right now. And both of them go, oh, come on, dude. Like, we're not even halfway done yet. And I said, I don't care. Something is going to hurt us if we stay here. We have to go. And they go, I don't know, man. And I was just like, all right, fine. You know what? You guys stay. Over where the truck is, I have a signal. I can call my parents. I'll get them to come pick me up. And they go, oh, that works. Yeah, that's okay. All right. Bye-bye. And they walk ahead. And I was like, motherfuckers, whatever. So I start walking out. probably the dumbest decision I think I've ever made, like in general, because why would you separate from the group? But I'm walking, and as I'm walking back to the truck, I just keep thinking about what that was. I swear I saw something just duck down, and I know that there's something out here. And as I'm thinking about that while I'm walking, I notice that it's still really, really quiet. And then I hear it. I heard like an echo behind me. Every time I took a step, I heard a step behind me. And at first, I thought that because, I take loud footsteps and it's so quiet that it was like bouncing off the trees and echoing. But then I stop, and I hear one final footstep, and then it stops. And my heart drops. I know that something's behind me right now. As I'm walking, and this thing is getting closer, I can hear it kind of speeding up and like speed walking. I look forward and I'm like, okay, there's the gate. There's the exit to this trail. And then it's just another quick little route like around the corner and I'm at the truck. So, after seeing the gate, I kind of get this like, we gotta go. And I am speed walking. And this thing behind me is speed walking. And I can feel my heart just start pounding, just boom, 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 And the more that I'm like freaking out that this thing is just right behind me, the more I'm like, what even is it? Like, what could be out here? And then I feel it. I feel a very firm hand grab my right shoulder. And it yanks back, like it's trying to pull me back and get closer. And I yank my shoulder forward, and I say, fuck it, and I full on sprint out of there. Once I get to the gate, I did the stupid thing, and I turn back. Obviously, nothing behind me. I'm just like, okay, I had to have just imagined that. Had to have. And I'm kind of scanning, being like, all right. This thing could have been anywhere. And I just start kind of scanning, like the trees. Being like, can I see it? Can I... anything. You know what I mean? As I'm scanning the trees, just looking for any kind of thing to prove that I'm just not going crazy. I'm scanning from the left, get to the road, and I look to the right. And on the tree closest to the gate, but still a good ways in on the trail, I see a white hand resting on the tree, and it slides back behind the tree. And I dust off my hands and go, fuck it, I'm out. And I left. Eventually, C&M came home. Nothing happened to him. And they go, no, dude, I didn't see anything scary. I think you're just going crazy. But I swear, something was up there. It is partly why I refuse to go hiking again. Because what are the odds that I'm going to find it again? Knowing my luck, very high. Oh, God, that freaked me out. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's story. It brought back a lot of memories that I forgot about. So I hope you had a good time. I had a fantastic time telling it. And I'll see you next time, okay? Bye, guys.